Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makor Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the hope for the elect, pushing this word of sincerity and truth on the four corners of the earth. All right. And I seen this article, pardon me, on RT News. U.S. cops served 20,000 invasive geofence warrants targeting users by location data in last 3 years, Google report shows. All right. And, the reason that this article stuck out to me is this is just a prelude to the RFID microchip. All right. You see that they want to be omnipresent. They want to be everywhere. All right. Because your phone is a tracking device. I mean, everybody knows that. That's why you have the location option. And even when your location option is off, you're still being located. All right. And that's the same thing that they want to do with the RFID microchip. All right. You see that they've so-called, when I say they, United States, they so-called pulled out of the Middle East. And, right after that, which is another article I'm going to get into, they said that, more terrorists, quote-unquote terrorists, all right, are coming in to the United States. And, that's going to be one of the reasons that they, try to push the RFID microchip. We need to know who everybody is and where everybody is at, all right, to prevent what? Crime, all right? And you see, they say the police, all right, is already doing this with the phones, all right? But it says Google has revealed that over a quarter of all data request warrants it gets from U.S. authorities involve identifying people by location history. These orders, which pinpoint devices near a crime scene, have been called invasive, okay? And in this article, they're calling it invasive, all right, which it is, but, the common man or the common woman, if the media gets on TV and says, this is a crisis, we need to take a RFID microchip for it, they're going to do it. They're going to take it willingly, all right, because the media is very powerful to the unlearned, all right? It can tell them anything. All right. It says the so-called geofence warrants allow law enforcement agencies to specify area and time frame and have the tech giant gather information, including names and other details about persons of interest in that window from location information recorded by apps and services like Google Maps. All right. This is the same ability that they're going to have with the RFID microchip. All right. Now, they may do some false flags and say, well, I can see it now. This man was on a killing spree. And we wouldn't have found him if it wasn't for the RFID microchip. Or, if he had the RFID microchip, we would have saved lives. All right, this is how Esau moves. Okay. It says, as a part of its latest transparency report, the tech giant on Thursday revealed that it received more than 20,000 geofence warrants in the U.S. between 2018 and 2020. It was the first time Google discovered the volume of these controversial requests, having resisted demands to do so in the past. Noting that these warrants are only one subcategory of the search warrant requests the company gets. Google noted it had seen a rise in the number of warrants ordering it to identify users by location info since 2018. That year, it received 982 geofence warrants, and the figure spiked to 11,000 in 2020. As well, the vast majority of such warrants, to the tune of nearly 96%, are obtained by local and state law enforcement bodies, while federal agencies account for the remainder. Authorities in California made the most information requests between the years specified in the report. And as you can see, is a chart, all right, going up in these geofence warrants, all right, which they're identifying people, by their location, okay, which the RFID microchip will do as well once it's presented to the people. It's just a matter of how, Esau is going to present it to the people, because this article even though they're saying it's invasive, okay, in the media, this can be flipped as a good thing. Even though the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast, this can be flipped into a good thing. Well, we found these people and we did this with it. We'll always know where your kids at. They already put it in animals. I mean, they put it in people too, you know. But continuing on, it says, also known as reverse location warrants, geofence orders make use of vast amounts of location data Google collects as a part of its advertising business in order to send targeted ads to its users based on geographic data, which we've all seen that. In 2019, it emerged that a Google database called Sensor Vault stored location data harvested from at least hundreds of millions of devices worldwide that run on Android operating system or OS, use Google apps, or even ran a Google search. Law enforcement has accessed this data in the past. That's why it's been cases where somebody will commit a murder and they'll do some dumb shit like Google, how much is a machine gun or something like that, and they'll get caught up in it. We've already seen this. All right. It says in 2018, the Associated Press reported that Google could still collect people's locations even when they have paused location tracking or opted out of recording timestamp location data in their device settings or on Google services like Maps and Photos. Right, because we all got the option to turn off the location on our phone, but they don't. They know where you at. All right, a phone is a tracking device. All right. Just like the RFID microchip is a tracking device. All right. A Google spokesperson told TechCrunch that the company had developed a process specifically for these requests that is designed to honor our legal obligations while narrowing the scope of data disclosed. It continues on to say, in its report, Google noted that it carefully reviews each request to ensure it satisfies applicable laws and users when their identifying information is disclosed unless expressly prohibited by law or court order. It says, however, digital privacy groups have long argued that geofence warrants are unconstitutional, which they are. Constitution ain't really shit. They don't go by the Constitution. But if you want to go by the wording, it is. It says, because they indiscriminately reveal data on every smart device user in the requested geographic area at the time period. Earlier this month, the Electronic Frontier Foundation termed them anathema to the U.S. Fourth Amendment right against unreasonable search and seizure for this reason. In recent years, some U.S. judges and states have pushed back against issuing court orders for these warrants, which a Kansas court judge cautioned earlier this year could easily cross the threshold into unconstitutionally if cast too broadly. When quashing one such request from authorities. Last year, New York proposed a bill that would ban geoforce warrants in the state. Albert Fox-Conn, executive director of the Surveillance Technology Oversight Project, helped introduce the bill, noting that the number of geofence warrants should be zero. Conn said in a statement that geofence warrants are unconstitutional, broad, and invasive, and we look forward to the day they are outlawed completely. All right, now you see they got people resisting, okay, but the geoforce warrants, but the geofence warrant is just a prelude to the RFID microchip. That's all it is. All right, all it's gonna take is a couple false flags for y'all to be with it. Now they against it in this article. All right, but if they blow it, it's like 9/11. They blow up a building and get the people scared and get a level of patriotism going around the country that can get you to do anything. So Esau is already bagging people off location, quote unquote low tech location technology. Once again, it's all it's gonna take is a couple false flags, all right, and he'll be able to get. That's gonna be one of the ways that he's gonna convince these people to take the RFID microchip. All right, but I ain't gonna hold you. I just wanted to make that quick video. Hope it was edifying. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.